Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Darlene. I am Darlene Dion Designs. I design and sell quilt patterns, cross-stitch patterns, and sometimes project bags. You can find me here on Flosstube, on Instagram, on Etsy, and on Facebook under that name, Darlene Dion Designs. For those of you that are new, welcome. Those of you that have been here for a while, I'm so glad you came back. I actually reached 1,500 subscribers this week, so just in the last day or so. So thank you very much to all of you who are sticking around. And this is Flosstube number 30, and I think we are just over a year and a half in. I think it was June 2021, yeah. So thank you so much. I'm going to do a giveaway. I'll wait and do that in the new year for my 1,500 subscribers. Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. A little bit of life. The weather is very mild here again. I'm not enjoying it. I know it's easy, and I know it makes for good driving and all of that, but the up and down, the fluctuating is just hard on you. So it's quite windy here today and overcast. We had some rain yesterday, but it is still quite warm. I have had it's been 3 weeks, I think, actually maybe even. Yeah, it's almost a month. It was the 11th of November that I did my last Flosstube, and then I did a question and answer in that month. But for an actual Flosstube, it's almost a month. So I've been busy, as if you were here the last couple of episodes, you know that I was involved in a local theater production, and that happened this past weekend, and I am so relieved it's over. But it's a great fun thing to do. I enjoy it very much, but it is very exhausting and tiring. Last week the performances were on Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. And we had dress rehearsals Thursday night, Friday night, and then another rehearsal on the Tuesday, and of course long before that we've been rehearsing. But yeah, it's exhausting. My tree, not this little tree, my tree over here, I'm in the living room again, for those of you that are wondering where the heck I am. My sewing room again is a disaster because I've been finishing things, and so yeah, I just decided it was a little roomier out here, so I may actually stay out here, I'm not sure. But my tree is standing. It's been standing for over a week. Last night I finally put some decorations on it. It's not done. My husband gets it standing and puts the lights on it for me, and then I decorate it, but I've just been too busy to do it. So my daughter and her husband were here for the weekend. They came home to go to the play, and I got home from the play. I think it must have been Saturday night. It might have been Friday night after rehearsal, I'm not sure. And I walked in, and this is what I seen. Oh my. When your kid thinks your tree is naked, she takes it upon herself to fix it. A little bit of Sesame Street action going on there today. Anyway, she says it is Oscar the Grouch tree. Anyway, I'm hoping to get that finished tonight. But yeah, it has been a little bit quieter week. I actually spent 2 jammy days this week. It was absolutely heaven. Just stitching and relaxing and having a nap and catching up. So yeah, it's been a good week. I have 3 new releases to share with you today. I did share one of them for sure in my question and answer video. I think that was all. But anyway, so the first one I'm going to show you is I Heard the Bells. So, of course, for me, Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without the beautiful carols. So I just chose 6 of my favorites and got them designed a little whatnot to go with each one. So we have I Heard the Bells, love that one. O Tannenbaum, love it. Silent Night is definitely up there in the top 3. Joy to the World, Away in a Manger with Baby Jesus, and O Come All Ye Faithful. So I just finished it on a piece of sticky board, and I put a piece of, I don't know if you can see, there's some glitter in that white yarn. It's just like a chenille yarn that I picked up at Walmart. It's got glitter in it, but you can't really see the glitter. Come at your nose. It's that Flosstube thing. Anyway, and then I also put a piece of red plaid fabric on a piece of foam board, and I'd like to find something that I can mount the whole thing to, but haven't come across anything yet. I got 2 bows, some greenery, and a poinsettia button. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. If you can see, yeah, there you can see the whole thing. Anyway, it is stitched on 27 count Linda cloth in Vintage Country Mocha. But you could stitch it on anything really. There are some long stitches and some back stitches, but there's no half stitches or anything like that. So you could stitch it on Ada or anything, it wouldn't matter. And then my next one, and I forgot to find the picture to go with this. I've always loved this painting, and I didn't know what it was called until I decided to stitch this piece. And after I got it stitched, I sent the picture to my daughter, and I said, "Do you know what this is? Do you know what I'm trying to spin off of here?" And right away she said, "Oh yeah, you're trying to it looks like American Gothic." So I love the painting American Gothic, but like I said, I didn't know what it was called. It's an old farm couple standing in front of their house, and they look very stern. And he has a fork, I think a farm fork, in his hand. And so I decided to do polar version of American Gothic. So we have Mr. and Mrs. Claus with his candy cane. And I didn't know what to name it. My daughter suggested Northern Gothic or Northern Claustic, but I didn't really know if anybody would get that. So I messaged Chrissy, finally a farm girl, and asked her opinion, and she loved it. And she said, she thought, that's just so cool. You know, I love that painting too. And actually she and her husband dressed up as that couple one year, apparently, when they were out on their farm. And so her and her husband, I think it was her and her husband, talked about it, and they suggested Polar Gothic, which I really loved. So that's the name I went with, Polar Gothic. It is stitched on, I think it's Duxbury by the Fox and Rabbit, 36 count linen, 1/2. So I'm really, really happy with it. I put the red and white pom-pom trim around the outside. I picked that up last year at Winners. Winners, my favorite place to shop. And I added some greenery and a little bow and a snowflake button. So, and I just finished it on a little board from the dollar store. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. I love it. So that is in my Etsy shop if you're interested in another Santa design. I've seen some great new ones this year. Really, really good ones. And just yesterday, I released the last in my Shore Signs series. So the first one I came out with was spring, Shore Signs of Spring. So lots of things there to remind you that it's spring. And then the second one was summer. This one is also available with an American flag in my Etsy shop. So the bee skep, sunflowers, the flag, and a bee is very summery, wouldn't you say? And then the fall one, autumn, the crow, the pumpkins, sunflowers. I guess that other one is not sunflowers, it's just yellow flowers. Oh, I was going for black-eyed Susans. Yeah. Anyway. And the moon. And then this one is Shore Signs of Winter. Pretty happy with how that turned out. Planter full of greenery is definitely a winter Christmassy thing. It's hard to get away. I was going to do blue and white. I just can't get away from the red. So I went with the reds. It's my favorite. And I wanted to add the poinsettia button too. Just a little touch of Christmas, not too much. The snowman, the snowflakes, the little red cardinal. Yeah, and the red berries, of course. You gotta have red berries in your planter full of greeneries. So yeah, and again, I just added the same lace bow on all of them. Don't know if I can get all of these in my hand at once. Not likely. There. Not bad. Anyway, so I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. My first series. So they are all available in my Etsy shop. Yeah, I really appreciate all of you who have taken the time to go over there and favorite my shop and favorite my pieces and make purchases. I really, really, really appreciate it. Couldn't be doing this without you, so it's lovely. Thank you. So those are my 3 new charts. I Heard the Bells, and Polar Gothic, and Shore Signs of Winter. So I probably won't get any more out now until the new year. Got lots of stuff to do. Got 2 gifts for sure to make and 1 to finish. And yeah, I haven't wrapped anything. But yeah, I'll get to that in the next couple of weeks. So things are starting to slow down, so that's good. I wanted to show you this previous finish. I don't know if I've shown it before. It is my own design, but I have never released a pattern for it, and I don't know that I would. I'm just not sure. It's just called Winter. Oops, the glue is loose there. So again, just blue house. You would think I had a blue house because it seems like I design a lot of blue houses, but mine is not blue. And a birdhouse, a red cardinal, the snowflakes, smoke from the chimney. It's all very homey, which, you know, if you've been here a while, you know, that's me. Anyway, so, and I finished it on a piece of blue Christmassy print flannel. I don't know if you can see. That shows you a better color of it right there. But anyway. And it is a tea-dyed Monaco, I think. 28 count Monaco. Yeah, it's hanging there to get that re-glued. Anyway. So that is all of my finished pieces to show you. I have been working on 2 whips. I could have sworn there were more, but it must be because of the new pieces that I've been stitching on. The first one I'll show you is Daybreak. I did add this one, and this one isn't finished, but I worked on this one, and I think I finished this one. I think that one was partially finished last time. So it's looking pretty good. I'm really happy with it. The colors are not really looking the way I thought they would, but I'm liking it. It's not like I didn't want it to be too pastel-y, which it isn't, and that's a good thing. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. Anyway, that is on Antique White 28 count Monaco 2/2. And I have not had this out for a year, at least a year. It probably was actually more than a year. And it had been calling me. So there it is. That is Quaker Christmas. Oh, you can see the whole thing. So I added, let me see, I can fold this up here. I stitched this design, the heart, these two little snowflakes, this snowflake, this snowflake, this little snowflake, and I started this design here. So there's still a fair amount left to do. It's less than a quarter, but still a lot of stitching. I won't get it done for Christmas this year, that's for sure. Anyway, I love it. I'm using DMC 895 for the green, and I think it's 816 or 815. I think it's 816 for the red, and I decided not to put the gold. So yeah, and I did not put a date in it. I'm very glad I didn't. But I'm hoping to finish it in 2023, so we shall see. So those are my whips. Want to talk a little bit about my plans. My plans that I mentioned last time. I have not done anything more with those, and I'm not sure that I will. I am wanting to start this, and that's probably going to be my next start. This is a design by Salt and Pepper Stitching, and I think it is just so beautiful. And I don't have green fabric that looks like that, but I think I have very similar ribbon. I would like to finish it very similar to the way she did. I just love it. So that's available on her Etsy shop. It's a PDF if you're interested. And yeah, it's a beautiful. There's a lot of several new designs that I've seen this year that are that shape, and they're Christmas Carol quotes and I love them all. So that was the one I chose for. And like I said, I'm probably going to start that in the next couple of days, maybe tonight. No, probably not with Trimming the Tree, but something else I want to do. I would very much like to participate in the 12 in 12 NYE. I don't know that that's the right hashtag, but I'll put it in the show notes if I can find it. That is 12 new starts in 12 hours on New Year's Eve. And I would like to do that. I don't know. I have several charts picked out that I will be considering for that. But I haven't kitted anything up or anything like that. But it is something I've got on my radar that I am hoping to have time to pull together before New Year's Eve. So we'll see. And something else that I would very much like to try for the new year, and I would start this on New Year's Day. I seen an embroidery design, not cross stitch, it was embroidered on Instagram. And this lady had stitched one word a day. And it was round, which I wouldn't make mine. She had it in a hoop. I wouldn't make mine round. I would just do a rectangle. She stitched a word a day. She used a different color floss each day. And each day, the word she stitched somehow pertained to something about her day. So, you know, like it could be cookies, or it could be, she stitched the name of the month, like the month, January, which I suppose you could stitch that on the first of each month. That's probably the best thing to do. Or you could do an extra. But anyway, I really love the idea of it, but I'd like to try it in cross stitch. And I would have no idea how much fabric I would need. So I would just start with a big piece of fabric and hope that that would be enough. I actually thought about doing 12 different pieces of fabric, all the same count, and then sewing them together, but I don't really want to do that. I want to keep consistently going down. So I would start, you know, just like if I was writing in a booklet. I would start with January. I'd probably start with the year 2023, and then January, and then each day there going, I would stitch a word in a different color DMC floss. And the lady that I had seen embroider it, she had some going vertically, she had some going horizontally, backwards. I think I would just do all horizontal, and I probably would continue with the same font all the way, just to make it easier for me. It would be cute in different fonts, but I don't think I could mentally keep up with that, and yeah, I'd probably just go with the same floss for now anyway. Now, I gotta say, I'm not real good at sticking to long-term plans like that are specific to a day or a month or a week or whatever. I have done it when I had my shop. I did it 5 years running for block of the week, and I enjoyed that very much, and I stuck with it faithfully. But yeah, like I love diaries, I love the temperature charts, and I've attempted all those things over the years, and I never continue. I've never carried through all the way, but I would like to try this. It would be like 1 word a day. It's very, very doable. I stitched probably 98% of the days of the year. So yeah, it would be like 1 thread, or maybe even 2 threads a day, but depending on your word. But that is something I am considering. I really like the idea of it. I think I would do it on 25 count Lugana over 2. No, 1 over 1, because it is going to end up big. I have no idea how big, but I figured if I did it 1 over 1, I could get away with possibly ending up with a smaller piece of fabric. And when I say small, I mean, I expect it would end up, you know, like 18 by 24 at least, maybe more. I don't know. Who knows? We shall see. I know I've got that First Corinthians piece started, and that I like the size of that font, and I like that's 1 over 1 on 25 count. So I could count up those words and see roughly how many I have there, and that would maybe help me figure out how much fabric I would need roughly. Anyway, that is a possibility. We shall see. We had a giveaway. I had a giveaway last month, and I don't have the actual finished piece here. It was Lim Jim, my little black owl sampler that I had done. I finished it as a pillow. So I had told you we would do a giveaway for that. So I used the YouTube random comment picker this morning, and the name that came up was Carmen Mack. So Carmen, if you could get in touch with me, please. I just need your email address so that I can send you the PDF for Lim Jim. Thank you so much to everyone that left a comment. My question last month was about craft sales. Did you attend? What do you typically buy? And I got a lot of good good response to that. So I do have a giveaway for my 3 new charts today. And so they are the winter, shore signs of winter. And the word you will need for that is winter. So we're going to do a giveaway for this. And the word you need to use is winter. And we're going to do a giveaway for Polar Gothic. And the word you need to use for that is polar, Polar. And we're going to do a giveaway for I Heard the Bells. And the word you need to use for that is bells. And my question today is about Christmas baking. I have not started my baking yet, but I have it planned, and I've been searching frantically for gumdrops for baking because that's the one thing my husband wants. He wants gumdrop cakes and he wants mince pie. So none of the grocery stores in my local towns have any gumdrops in. And as soon as they have gotten them in, they sold them out just as fast as you could. So a couple of people have suggested that I try here and there, the bulk barn. And in the meantime, I happened to go into the dollar store one day to pick up some Christmas stuff. And in their candy aisle with all their Christmas candy, they had gumdrops, Dare gumdrops. So there's some that are Dare, and what's the other brand? Real Joy, maybe? I can't remember. Anyway, it's Canadian. So I asked, anybody on Facebook, has anybody tried these? And so several people told me yes, that they had success with them. So I did get my gumdrops. So I will be making gumdrop cakes. I will be making fudge puddles. I will be making mince pies. I'll probably make an apple pie. I want to make sugar cookies. I want to make donuts. Anyway, I'll take 2 or 3 days and get my baking all done. And yeah, it does. I typically don't do that until the week before Christmas. So anyway, what are you baking? My question for you, do you bake, and what are you baking for Christmas this year? Just going to write that down, because, I won't remember. So that's my giveaway. The 3 giveaways: winter, polar, and bells. Those are the 3 words you have to use, and you have to answer that question for me. All right. One more thing. I wanted to show you a couple of pictures from the play. I know several of you commented on me being involved in local theater, so I wanted to share with you a few of the pictures. So, I also wanted to tell you about the play. The play is based on a true family, a real life family. In the 1890s, this family moved from France to Weymouth, just outside of Weymouth, Nova Scotia, which is one of the neighboring towns to where I live. They came here to escape the war because they knew that there was, war coming. And they had a big family, 15 children, I think it is, 12 or 15 children. And they didn't all come. Not all of the children came, but the mom and dad came, and several of the children came. Of course, at this point, with that many children, some of them were adults. So they didn't all come. And they bought a piece of land 30 miles from any much civilization in the woods. And they built this village. They were really, really intelligent people, and they worked with the local people. They hired the local people to work there. They called it New France, and they had electricity there long before any of the surrounding areas had electricity here in Nova Scotia. It's just amazing, really. And they built a business. They built a mill. They had electric lights. They had a small little town / village. They had a tea house. They had their house. They called the big house. They had it. There was lots. Anyway, you can find them online. I will put, the name of the family was Stalin or Staline. Some people, I've heard it pronounced both ways. I will put the link for the website in my show notes. And of course, there was a book written about them. I think it's their grandson or their great-grandson, Paul Stalin, wrote the book. This is the original book. So this is Mrs. Stalin. I played her in the play, and this is Mr. Her name is Marie-Therese, and his name was Emile. And it's a very interesting story about them and their lives. And they both passed away here. Some of their children, 2 for sure of their sons, got drafted back to France when the war started. And there's a lot of pictures. This is a drawing of the layout of the area that they developed. But there's several pictures. So, I mean, if you're into history, I'm sure that you would enjoy the read. But go to their website. I'll put the link for the website below. There's nothing there now. And this play is put on by the Electric City Society. Electric City / Nouvelle France Society, I think it is. And of course, they're trying to preserve the area. All that there is now is the foundations of the buildings. And I mean, they have some plaques and information up, but it wasn't a Canadian history thing. It was a France thing. So the government has never tried to save it or develop it or anything like that. But this New France Society is trying to get the government involved, and so there's always fundraising going on to make people aware of it. Anyway, it's a really great story. If you're interested in history, you would enjoy it. And the books are available. There's a new version of the book. Books are available through that website, I think. Anyway, so the play was about them. This is a local playwright who plays and directs that. He was actually one of my high school English teachers, Hal Terrio. And this is the 4th play he's written about them. I've been in 2, and I played Marie-Therese in both plays. And this one was Christmas in the Forest, the first Christmas at New France. So it's a great story, and here are some of our pictures. So that's me there, center, with the green skirt. And let's see if I'm going the right way here. That's me and my daughter. Not my daughter, but my play daughter, and my husband, Emil. And that's all of us. We all sang 2 carols at the end. And myself and Emil again. That's me, my nephew, Nick, and my aunt, Linda. The 3 of us were in that together. So, yeah. It's a great story. Like I said, if you're interested, you really should look at it online. And like I said, you might want to read the book. So that's it for me today. I don't think I'll get back before Christmas. I might. I'm not saying. It'll depend on my time, how things go. Possibly the week after Christmas. So yeah. Like I said, I appreciate you being here. My 1,500 subscribers. And I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have peace and prosperity in 2023. It's hard to believe that another year has come and gone almost. And yeah, life is going by in a blur, isn't it? Anyway, happy stitching, happy Christmas, peace and prosperity to you. I'll see you soon. Bye.